New Orleans Saints, Pelicans, the Sports Den Show on once again. The Sports Den Show on once again. Saturday night with LSU, we got a great show just for you. We've got a great show just for you. 678-559-9510 is the call text line with your host, David King. The Sports Den Show got everything. The Sports Den Show got everything. The Sports Den Show got everything.
Three-man rush. Randall stops, throws it as far as he can. I do not believe it. The Tigers pulled off another miracle. It was Avery Henderson who got it on the last play of the game. Now Warren Morris. Shotgun puts Holly in motion. Looks at his direction. And he's picked off. It's picked off. And Tracy Porter again. He's running free. He's tangled all the way. He's got stretched. It is a big touchdown. 70 yards on the return. Get ready to party with the Lombardi, New Orleans. It's already started. I promise you. The miracle in Miami has happened. The Saints have won the Super Bowl.
Welcome and congratulations to the 2009 Super Bowl champions, the New Orleans Saints. The pride that has made us proud. We have always been proud, and it's the pride of winning attitude that made us proud. And now, organizations to know who we were and where we were. And this is what you got. Saying I'm still in the house and stand here to attitude to do it. I don't know no other way. Winning is the name of the game. They're going to see that love together, and you got to get this. All right, let's have the crowd. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, everybody.
And welcome to the Sports Den Show, everybody. I am your host, David King. And you are in my den where we can talk about LSU. We can talk about the New Orleans Saints. We can talk about the Pelicans. I mean, hey, if you want to take it a little deeper, we can talk about ULL, ULM. Oh, you want to go deeper? We can talk about Catholic High School, West Monroe, Barb. I mean, we talk about all the teams we love to cheer for because we represent the great state of Louisiana. And folks, I'm going to tell you something. I hope you all had a good day. It's Tuesday. If you're at home from work, guess what? You're relaxing. I hope you got your popcorn ready because we got a good one today. And if you're at work watching the show, well, go hide somewhere because you don't want to miss this right here. You don't want your boss coming up to you and say, hey, what you're watching? Now, you want to be able to we want to be able to focus on this show because this is going to be a good one. And if you're on your phone or tablet and watching the show while you're driving, well, I don't know what to say. I don't know whether to tell you to pull over and watch the show or watch the show and drive at the same time. I don't know. I'll leave it up to your discretion. But anyway, thank you everybody for tuning in to the show. Today's show, the great debate. Folks, I'm going to tell you something. There has been some debates that I've seen people getting heated arguments about. I've seen some debates where people get straight to fighting blows about. And when it comes to debates within a certain fan base, there's certain things that you just debate over. Who was the greatest player to play for your team? Who was the greatest coach? And I think this one right here, I have seen many LSU fans getting heated, debated arguments over this one. Who was the better coach at LSU? Les Miles or Nick Saban? So I decided to have this debate, and I also wanted to have a couple of people that I have a lot of respect for, because I know they know the football, and I know they know the LSU football. So let me introduce everybody that's on the show right now. Jared Whittington, Mike Pasqua, and TJ LSU Dad. I'm expecting one more person. Hopefully he'll call in a little later on. But that's who I have on the show right now. Guys, what's going on?
What's happening, man?
Oh, man, I tell you what, y'all. I tell you what. Now, have you all debated this subject with anybody else talking about LSU football?
I get asked the question quite a bit. This TJ LSU Dad, I get asked the question quite a bit. But in terms of having an opposing view on this, will be my first.
Ah, okay. All right. Okay, well, you know what? Let's go ahead and get into it. So I'll start off with TJ. TJ, without even giving no reason yet, who do you just say is the better coach at LSU without giving any reason? Just give me a name.
Les Miles.
Okay. Hey, Mike, same question to you.
Les Miles.
All right, Jared, same question to you.
Nick Saban.
Wow, okay. Okay, all right, so here we go. And since I'm the fourth person, I was supposed to be just the mediator because I'm the fifth wheel. But since the fourth person isn't here, then I guess I will play mediator anyway. I'll give my opinion a little later on. So TJ, let me start off with you. Why would you say Les Miles was a better coach at LSU?
You know, I was the one that was leading the Fire Les Miles campaign.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? That drum, I was beating that drum really loud, you know, because I had reached the point where I felt it was time for a ball coach to decide. But having said that, yes, I know the Nick Saban supporters are going to say he came in, he got us going, he put us on the map. But I think you have to look at Nick Saban during the time frame of his coaching career.
Uh-huh.
He was still trying to, you know, he still had NFL dreams. He wasn't settled. You didn't know how long you were going to have him for. So as an athletic director, you were constantly looking over your shoulder to see who could possibly steal this guy away. But you knew it wasn't going to last that long. With Les Miles wasn't as great of an assistant coach developer as Nick Saban, but in terms of establishing the LSU brand over a sustained amount of time, then I would have to go with Les Miles. He did take over an already developed program, but that's not a guarantee of success. But what he did in coming in, he created some stability. And with that stability, we were able to land the 5-star recruits, the top talent from around the country, and that's why I go with Les Miles.
Okay, all right, legitimate. Jared, what do you say about Nick Saban?
Well, the thing I was saying, who still has a job? Who has won 5 national championships in
Whoa, Jared. Jared, that's not fair. That's not fair. You can't include 4 of those national championships because 4 of them was with Okay, Terrell, I'm gonna put you in. Okay, all right, go ahead, Jared. I'm sorry. Yeah.
We reached out, we got the coach. Look, LSU was in the bottom cellar with Mississippi State and freaking Ole Miss.
Okay.
By the time he left, we were a perennial powerhouse.
Okay.
When he left, I
Uh-huh.
All right. Bottom line is, that first championship that Miles won was with Saban talent, pure and simple. And he still lost 2 games to Ralph to a national championship. And it wouldn't be for us beating Virginia Tech that year, we wouldn't even play in the national championship.
Okay. All right.
I mean, so it's not fair to cut Saban down. Yeah, I'm aggravated when he believed in the program the way he did. But you think about it. All 3 of y'all think about it. If Saban was still at LSU, how many rings do you think? I guarantee he's going to run out of fingers.
Man.
Put rings on him.
Okay. All right.
Is a proven winner, a proven champion. He knows how to win. That's the reason why since 2011, Miles cannot beat the man. And if you're on some of these sites, these national sites I'm on, we're a laughing stock in the SEC. Because everybody knows we're top level in talent year in and year out. But we can't beat Bama? Come on, man.
Okay.
SEC right now, since 2011, we're losing more games to Arkansas, Ole Miss, Mississippi State, teams we used to go in and just beat them to a drum.
All right.
Come on, man.
Okay. All right. Your points well taken. Points well taken. Mike. Okay. So go ahead with your argument.
Let's stick to some facts here.
Okay.
Both guys come from low-level programs, which they basically built. All right, Michigan State and Oklahoma State. You can't argue with the success they had in both of those 2 programs.
Okay.
You know, he comes in here. Saban comes in here and builds a program and ends up winning a national championship. And yeah, you can make the argument that Miles won with Saban's talent, but Miles had to be a good coach to do that. I mean, you probably couldn't have stuck anybody else in there that would have done that. You know, I mean, maybe you could have, but
Hold on. Let Mike get his points out.
And the fact of the matter is before 2011, he was beating Bama, and he was beating Ole Miss, and he was beating. Now you can, if you want to make the argument that he started to rest on his laurels, yeah, I'll agree with that. You know, if you want to make the argument that he made poor player evaluations and poor and developed players badly, I'll agree with that. But you can't argue with the fact that he won a national championship here. And look, I was one guy who was a great before the whole thing with the crowd wanting him back and loving him, and then actually getting him back. I was one of the ones who was defending his 80%, whatever it is, percentage at the time. You know.
Okay.
I was one of the ones who was saying, "Well, what are you doing with this guy?" Even though he talks with marbles in his mouth at times. You know.
Okay.
I can go through all his negatives, but he still won 80% of his games. And this is after he got rid. I won't say got rid of. This is after after most of Saban's talent.
Okay. All right. So those are good points. So just joined the show. We got Trail Hatch, aka Victory. Victory. What's going on, my man?
What's going on, man?
Hey, cool, man. Just having this debate. So, Victory, who would you say was a better coach at LSU? I'll give you your time to talk.
I hate him. I mean, I didn't like him as a coach, but I got to say Les Miles. In LSU history, I mean, we could debate all day about the infamous about the Nick Saban. The fact of the matter is, when Nick Saban was at LSU, Nick Saban didn't have a great. Everybody's saying Nick Saban was the guy, but at LSU, he didn't have a suburb, like we think career at LSU. He lost against a lot of low-class teams that he's supposed to beat. Les Miles never did that. He won. The only thing that we can really say is that we could not beat Alabama, and that was it.
Yeah.
Just because Alabama not only was they out coached. Let's be honest. Let's not kid ourselves. Alabama had 4 more better players than LSU had every year they bumped heads. Every year. So we can say the coaching all we want. But I done seen college football teams beat other teams without great coaching.
Yeah.
You know, so it don't really matter. I mean, it really doesn't matter with the coaches on the sideline. The players got to play the game. We keep blaming the coaches. The players got to play the game. You know what I'm saying? I done seen plenty of times where LSU was underdogs and went against great coaches, and we still beat them with lower-ranked teams, which is the games we shouldn't have won.
Okay.
You know, so it doesn't really matter to me. Les Miles, that's why I put him on the top of the ranks of LSU.
Okay.
He beat one of the best Oregon Ducks teams you have ever seen. We ain't talking about just beat him. He slaughterhoused him. But I guarantee you Alabama couldn't have beat that team that year.
Wow.
At all. We
Ooh, I don't know.
Ohio State at the top of Ohio State was at the top of their game. We slaughterhoused Ohio State. But I guarantee you Nick Saban couldn't have beat them like that. So we got to give Les Miles credit where it's due. Okay, we could never get over the hump with Alabama. That's really the only team that you could say stood in our way, or we'd probably be talking about 5 national championships right now.
Okay. All right, TJ. Okay, hold on a second, y'all. Okay, TJ, go for it.
You have to understand that, you know, I want to address my brother who was for Nick Saban, right? Let's go back to when Nick Saban won the national championship at LSU. What was the condition across the SEC coaching-wise, right? Alabama was on probation. Y'all remember that? They pretty much almost got the death penalty.
Yeah.
Right? At Ole Miss and Houston Nutt, he was on his way out the door. Right? Tennessee was experimenting, right, going from Lane Kiffin to Dooley. Right? So you had the coaching situation throughout the SEC was probably the worst it had ever been from 2000 to 2005. So, any stability you get at LSU, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna do fairly well. I agree with my brother when he said that, you know, Nick Saban was dropping some games, right? But I also want to add this: Nick Saban came into LSU. LSU was stocked when he got there. Go look at that first coaching tree, right? Pretty much everybody there is already from Louisiana.
Okay.
Right? Everybody there is from Louisiana. Bo Davis, he was on that team. Our Florida State coach, Jim Bolt, he was on that team. You know, all the way down the line. So my last point is that, you know, Nick Saban, if anything Nick Saban did really well, he tapped into the resources of Louisiana.
Yeah.
He goes out here to Kellen Crow and grabs Damian James. Y'all may not remember who Damian James was.
I remember.
But that was one of the best defensive backs to ever come through LSU.
Yeah.
Never come through LSU.
Matter of fact, when he was in the NFL, he led the league in interceptions one year.
Johnson was a badass down there now. I don't know.
Yeah.
Damian James was recruited by Michigan to replace Woodson. That's how good he is.
Wow.
Right? He was the replacement. Got to remember, Woodson, 1998. Woodson wins the Heisman.
Yeah.
Woodson's gone. Michigan was down here in Lafayette area trying to get Damian James. Right? That's the talent that Nick Saban had. Anybody could do it with that level of talent. That's my point.
Okay. All right. So, Jared, go for it, Jared.
Yeah, I'm 3 against 1 here, buddy. No matter what I say, it just don't make it.
No. Hey, you know what? Okay, I'll be on Jared's side. I'll take Nick Saban, and I will add this. I'll add this.
Wait a minute.
Hold on. I mean, come on. At least it'd be 3 against 2. Jared won't feel like the lone man. So I take Nick Saban just for the sake of just having more of an argument. One thing about Nick Saban, I think what Nick Saban did was he more or less reestablished the brand LSU. It wasn't that LSU didn't really have the talent.
We didn't have no brand.
But Nick Saban did. Wait, hold on. He did. What Nick Saban did was he established the LSU brand again. Now, granted, LSU is always going to have talent. But you know what, though? If you don't win a national championship, you're not going to be talked about. If Miami doesn't win those national championships, they wouldn't be a brand. If Ohio State don't win those national championships, they wouldn't be a brand. If Alabama didn't win those national championships, they wouldn't be a brand. So that's one thing you have to say about Nick Saban. He reestablished the brand of LSU by winning that national championship. Even though he did have a team full of talent already, he reestablished the LSU brand by winning the national championship.
Wait. Let's go back. Everybody was complaining about Les Miles, right? Nick Saban was winning with Les Miles players, right? I mean, with Les Miles was winning with Nick. Let's go back. I was working in the athletic department in 1999. Clayton and Spears and them, those guys was already coming to that school regardless if Jerry Donato was there. Let's go back to Jerry Donato players that was there when Nick Saban won with some of them guys. So if we're gonna jump on Les Miles back about this, let's get back to Nick Saban because a lot of those players he went with was already being recruited by Jerry Donato. Those guys already being coming. Come on,
but you know what, guys?
But I was working down there when this happened. I was actually Sister Collins and Abram Boone and all of those guys are best friends of mine. I know these guys personally.
Yeah.
I was working down there with Jeff Boston, the late Jeff Boston before he died. I'm telling you guys, those guys that was there with Nick Saban, them first 2-3 years, Jerry Donato had already had these kids from middle school to high school committing to LSU. So if we're going to say Les Miles ran won with Nick Saban players, let's not give Nick Saban all that credit because you won with Jerry Donato players.
Well, you know what, guys? Here's my take on that. I really think the argument over who won with whose players is kind of overrated, and I'm gonna give you an example. If you buy a used car, hold on, Jared. If you buy a used car and somebody compliment on your car, are they gonna say, hey, that's a nice car that previous owner had? Or are they gonna say, oh, that's a nice car that you have? You're the one driving that car. You're the one steering that car. It doesn't matter who owned it before. It's the same thing with players. Those players, yes, they was recruited and they came to LSU when a certain coach was there, but you still have to teach and coach those players. When those players came, when Nick Saban first started, you can't sit here and say, okay, yeah, Jerry Donato coached me. No, Nick Saban coached him. When Les Miles came to LSU, you can't sit here and say, oh, Nick Saban coached me. No, Les Miles still had to coach him. Go for it, Jared.
I'm going to tell you something. For one, Nick Saban didn't win with Jerry Donato players. That national championship he won, that was Saban's players. Yeah, he came in and met those players, and he established a culture there and started winning. And that's what he did for LSU. He came in a program, picked it up, and started winning with it. Miles took that. Oh my God, that's what I'm saying. Miles took that damn Lamborghini, put it on the box 10 times, brought back a freaking picture of all kicked it up. He's a piece of crap coach, and he always will be. He can't evaluate a quarterback. He can't coach a quarterback. He can't keep an offensive coordinator. The man went through 7 offensive coordinators in 11 years.
Well, you know what? Okay. All right, Mike, let Mike say something. Go ahead, Mike. Go for it.
How many coaches when he was here did Saban go through? You know? How many coaches did he go through when every year when, oh, this guy's coming in, okay, the next year he's gone. This other guy's coming in, the next year he's gone. I mean, you can almost make it, let's just say for the sake of argument that Coach Ocon said that he won the national championship this year. All right? Is he winning? Is he going to be winning with Les Miles' talent?
Okay, that's a fair point. Well, you know what though, I'm gonna take Nick Saban's side on this one. When you look at the coaching tree Nick Saban has had, and you look at the coaching tree that Les Miles has had, how many of those assistants are head coaches now? You got to think about that too.
And that's the difference. I mean, if there's one thing you would give Nick Saban over the Les Miles. You can't argue with that.
Yeah.
These coaches that have come from under him, have gone on to have great success. But to borrow to go back to your scenario about ownership of the car, if the previous owner has given you a car with a bad transmission and you don't know it's slipping, then you get it and it's slipping, there's no one that's going to see you to ask you who car it is because you're not moving. And Nick Saban, when he came here, my brother who just said he worked in the athletic department, the program was there. The program, we had a good transmission, we had a good engine, the AC worked, right?
Yeah.
The problem is we wasn't getting players into the NFL. That's the bigger issue. If you look at the players that Jerry Donato was probably putting in, one here, one there. We had Booger went in, I want to say Devery Henderson was Jerry Donato's, right?
Yeah, Jerry Donato and Nick Saban, really.
Yeah, so you have these, when Saban gets here, man, we start to see this enormous shot in the arm of LSU players getting drafted. So when you get to 2006, the 2006 NFL draft, going into the 2007 NFL draft, LSU dominated that draft.
Yeah, they had 4 first rounders.
I give Saban any credit. I give him credit for his assistant coaches that he were able to put him in a position to get to the next level of coaching. And I'll give him credit for his network of NFL analysts and scouts who are a lot better than Jerry Donato because it's just like my brother said, it's the same players. So why is it that once he got here, we started getting more into the NFL? I just think that was his network that resulted into that. But Les Miles, his network was just as strong.
Okay, Jared, go for it.
Miles don't have a coaching tree. He don't exist. He never will exist. We'll never know if those men because they ain't never going to coach again. All right, number 2. Saban, I'm going to get off Saban for a second. Miles, from 2005 to 2010, had the luxury of not having many great coaches to play against. That's why his win percentage is so high in that time frame. When Saban came in the league, they went I think 2 for 2. And there's just a football kicker in 11 out of 1 for 2.
Yeah, you know what? That's a good point, Jared. The game of the century. That field goal kicker would have made all of his kicks. That would have been a different outcome.
The coaching had changed in 2010, 2011. You started seeing some better coaching coming in to Auburn. You started seeing it coming in to Ole Miss. Started coming in to Mississippi State. Didn't see it young yet. When they did come in, Miles had beat them every year.
Yeah.
He's the only team. They beat him every year. He's got their number for some reason. But I'm going to show you something. Well, I said it to you, David. I know you looked at it. You said, wow, you see this statistic from 2011 to last year. His SEC percentages went down. Wins against top 15, wins against top 20, top 5, top 10, top 25. They all went down. They tanked.
Yeah, I saw that.
The talent that Dallas Goodwin, we spend out probably as much better talent as they do in NFL. There's no question about that. I'm not faulting Miles for not being able to grow. I'm faulting him for what he does with the talent on the field. For the coaching. He never could contain sustaining a good offensive coordinator. Quarterback situation has been a joke.
Okay.
Well, my brother a question.
He was a transfer from Georgia.
Okay. Is that member? Okay, Trail, go for it.
I mean, it's just like we're debating about the LSU and the Alabama game when LSU shouldn't even play the Alabama game. It was ripped off. It wasn't Les Miles' fault because they lost that game. The players was fighting disorganized way before the game even started. So, I mean, that's what I'm saying. You know, we give him a lot of credit, but overall, this debate is so easy for me to win because overall, Les Miles will win. Who had a better career at LSU out of him and Nick Saban? He would definitely win that. You know, and it just, you can't, he gonna win it.
Yeah.
He's better than Les Miles at LSU. In LSU history. No other coach was. Les Miles, and I don't like Les Miles as a coach, but he's gonna win it hands down. He's gonna win that battle debate all day. Right now, he's not even coaching. He's still the 6th best coach in the nation, and he's not even coaching. He's on ESPN now, and he's still the 6th best coach in the college football. So that goes to show you where his name's ranked. You know? So, I mean, we could debate it all day long. We could say how many players they did to the league. We could pick out each game, and it doesn't matter because overall, records-wise, and I mean, he won. Les Miles won a national championship at LSU. Nick Saban did it. Then when you put the overall records together, Les Miles don't win them.
People base Nick Saban's success off of what happened at Alabama. I'm a firm believer that the moment that Nick Saban leaves Alabama will be on probation. The next day after he leaves Alabama. Because my belief is that there's a lot that Alabama is getting away with, right? And there's a lot of corners that they're cutting. Look what happened with Bo Davis. I love Bo Davis. I hate to mention his name even in a negative situation, but Bo Davis' situation should have been a #1 NCAA violation. They didn't even lose a scholarship. And Bo Davis is recruiting during the blackout period. They got proof that he's recruiting during the blackout period.
Yeah.
And that's the difference between Les Miles and Nick Saban, is that even though I don't like Les Miles, when he left our program, we didn't have no shady business going on. We didn't have no situation sitting out there, right?
Yeah.
But when I promise you, when Nick Saban leaves Alabama, see all these Dodge Chargers they getting, right?
Yeah.
See this. Don't have me bring up the situation with Luther Burns, right? You had a guy there passing out checks from agents. So when we looking at integrity, Les Miles kicked Tyrann Matthews off the team for a violation that the NCAA didn't know anything about.
Well, you know what, TJ? But you know what, TJ? In all fairness, and really the debate is both coaches at LSU. But Nick Saban, when he left LSU, there wasn't no kind of punishment, anything going on at LSU when he left LSU, though.
Right, but see, he doesn't have at LSU. He didn't have the pressure of Les Miles to compete against. When they were recruiting Landon Collins, man, because I told you I'm a cornerstone of everything Alabama got away with. When they were recruiting Landon Collins, they offered Landon Collins' girlfriend a job at Alabama. If you're going to talk to Collins' mama right now, she's 100% LSU.
Yeah.
She'll tell you. They offered her a job. That's how they got her son to you know, so it's the tactics of Nick Saban. Yeah, he won championships. Yeah, he did all that stuff. Right? But Alabama is Louisiana State University Tuscaloosa campus. Everything he did up there is a carbon copy. They took down here at LSU and they brought it up there to Tuscaloosa. So when we play Alabama, we are playing ourselves.
Wow.
But see, we only got what we wanted. This is what we got with LSU, with Les Miles. We got what we wanted as fans. Remember the year they were talking about foul Les Miles because he wouldn't change his style when they were just flicking and slanging the ball. Remember all the fans was like, when we had Jacob Hester, it was 1-1-1-1, and he changed his philosophy. Remember when Les Miles wasn't even playing freshmen at all? Like you had to really be a junior or senior to get the playing time. Remember the fans were just screaming and crying. He needed to start running more. He needed to see we got what we asked for. Now we couldn't handle it because he stuck to that game plan. But when he came there, go look at the stats. They was freaking that ball, but the fans was crying. Give it to Jacob Hester. Give it to Jacob Hester. And he started running the ball. He started letting more freshmen play. See, that's what's the problem with the fans. We didn't know what we wanted at the time. One minute wanted to do this, the next minute we wanted to change to do this. So when he stuck to what we wanted for all those years that we didn't want at the end of his career, we blamed Les Miles for that, but actually, he only gave us what we wanted. That was
Okay.
He gave us what we wanted, and we couldn't handle it when we started losing with.
Okay,
So,
Mike, go for it.
And look, I'm going to flip sides here and just say this. There are reasons why Oklahoma State did not want Les Miles back. And there are reasons why they didn't fight us when they didn't fight for him, by offering a better deal. When we know that, T-Boone Pickens, they could have came up with the money because of T-Boone Pickens to pay the man if they wanted to. So there are reasons that, he burned his bridges at Oklahoma State. They had the same problems at Oklahoma State that we had here at LSU with him. And so, and Jared can see that, and everybody else can see that as well. So, he can't coach a quarterback. He never coached. Offense has gave him fits the entire time he's been here. Imagine, guys, if we really had a good offensive coordinator that could have stuck around.
Uh-huh.
7 offensive coordinators in that short a time span? A couple of them were really good. They didn't like working for Miles because Miles wanted to take the playbook from him and call it a play. If
Yeah.
he wanted to run it to good, high quality, 1940, slide down, Big Ten, old style crap, he didn't want to call it.
Yeah.
You had 3 wide receivers transfer out last year.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. But you know what though? When you think about Nick Saban, but before Nick Saban got okay, this was the LSU debate. But when you really think about it, when Nick Saban was a coach at LSU, his offense was still kind of similar to what Les Miles ran. LSU is always going to have running backs. So that's what Nick Saban did. He had a strong offensive line. He had good running backs. And he had, good to pretty good, above average to good quarterbacks. Matt Monk, he led us to a national championship. Yes, he was a big leader. But talent-wise, he was above average. Marcus Randall, talent-wise, average. Jamarcus Russell, I have to give him credit. He was a great quarterback. So when you really think about it, the play action, I formation, Nick Saban kind of ran the same offense at LSU as the same as Les Miles did at LSU. Would y'all not disagree?
Yes. But at the time, who was going to stop it? Who had a defense to stop it? You got to understand something. Saban came in with the same defensive mindset that he had when he was at LSU. You feel like you're 4-7, you build a wall. No running back is going to run on you. You got to pass the rock over the top.
Yeah.
That was the part of the shoot. We can never have a quarterback. We got receivers.
Yeah.
We don't have a quarterback. Or have a coordinator that trusts the quarterback to throw it over in the plays to throw it over the top.
But
you can't come at Saban with a manila-ass game plan. Ain't but a few teams have beaten Saban over the last 7 years. I can count on 2 hands how many times he's been beaten. And Ole Miss have beaten him twice. Should have beaten him 3 times in a row. Should have beaten him last year. Because they came up with a game plan that they threw the football and kept Bama tied the whole game. Kept that line moving. Kept them guys in the back working. They didn't only run the ball. They didn't need to. They threw the football.
Okay. Well, let me ask y'all this. To kind of even the playing field here, Nick Saban was at LSU, like 4 or 5 years. Les Miles was at LSU for 11 or 12, something like that. If both coaches would have stayed the same amount of time, who would have more national championships?
Saban. My mom.
All right, Mike.
Saban.
Trail. Trail, you there? All right, TJ.
Man, that's a hard one, but I think only because of the way Les Miles was in the end, as stubborn as he was, and Nick Saban showed the ability to change with Lane Kiffin. I think Nick Saban would have gotten more national championships.
Yeah, and you know what? That's really I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jared.
That's really the argument I'm trying to make. Flat out, Nick Saban was a better coach. And even though I hate the fact that he's been at Alabama, don't get me wrong, I hate Nick Saban. I don't like some of the dirty tricks he did. I don't like the way he disciplined some of his players.
Uh-huh.
You know? Like the other day, for example, McElwain, I got it. Beating on the back, you know, hey, look, boss, man, them guys messed up, he kicked them off the team for a game. Now,
Yeah.
the new guy needed a guy in the car, had him 10 home driving, and he don't get nothing to him.
Okay.
You just from the players. That's my only downfall against Saban. Saban never has just from the players properly, like Miles did. Miles, I will say he did just from the players.
Yeah.
You know, when Miles did that job, I mean, Saban, that was a slap in the face. Him not spinning him for a game. Of course he's not just spinning him for one game. They played Florida State the first game of the season.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of course he's
Yeah. Well, you know what though? I'm gonna switch hats for a little bit, and I'm gonna be on Les Miles' side. It's one thing you can't take away from Les Miles, and you know, and I'm just strictly going off the players they had at LSU. I'm not talking about Bama players. I'm talking about LSU players. Les Miles has sent a boatload of players to the NFL, not just players that's going to be on the practice squad, you know, players that's going to be on the sideline. I mean, he have sent a boatload of good players to the NFL. As a matter of fact, if you look at the LSU roster that was coached under Les Miles, the last time I counted, which was like a year or two ago, Les Miles had 8 Pro Bowlers that he coached at LSU. Nick Saban?
Right there.
Nick Saban?
If I'm a parent and Les Miles is in my living room, okay? Let's break this down to the parent level, okay? My son is a D tackle, right?
Yeah.
He's 6 foot. He's 15 years old. He's 6'5", 9th grade.
Yeah.
Okay. Nick Saban in my living room. Les Miles in my living room. I have to go with Les Miles because it's almost a guarantee. You know, not all Saban players make it. Not all Saban players perform on the next level like LSU players.
Yeah.
So I'm not just being a homer right there. If you look at the dominance of LSU players, Les Miles players, and compare the NFL dominance to Nick Saban players, you can't hardly name a bunch of Nick Saban players right now. You got Hightower, you got Cooper at Oakland. You know, there's a handful of them, but talk about Les Miles players that have dominated the NFL. I gotta go with Les Miles.
Jared, that's a strong point, Jared. That's a strong point. Go for it, Jared.
You just made my argument for everything we've been talking about. DJ just laid out my whole argument.
How's that?
Just made my whole argument. You just made my whole argument in one for me. So you mean to tell me that he's had better talent the whole time? The whole time? Spit out more players in the NFL? But who's winning the national championship and who's not?
Well, at LSU they both got one national championship though. I mean, we're not talking about what he's won in Alabama. We're talking about just what they did at LSU.
Year in and year out. Was supposedly one way superior talent because LSU spitting out more players than NFL. You just made a whole argument.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna take a Les Miles side this time. They both got one national championship at LSU. But here's the thing. How many national championship appearances does Les Miles have at LSU compared to how many Nick Saban had at LSU?
Well, he's got 2 only because he
No, Nick Saban only had one national championship appearance. That was just that one he won. At least Les Miles said he went to the championship game again. Now, it was him and his bonehead self that didn't want to change or adapt the offense to win a second national championship. But at least you could say he went to the championship twice. Nick Saban only went one time at LSU.
I wouldn't even want to tell anybody I played in that second national championship.
Mike, go for it, Mike.
Yeah, I mean, but again, the whole thing with talent and stuff, yeah, they both played with other, they started out playing with other coaches' talent, and then he came in, he wanted with his own talent, and wanted with Saban's talent, but he could have won another one, and again, the players that they put out, under him, I mean, we've become DBU under Miles. We've become almost running back under Miles. We put on offensive lineman wise under Miles. So the backs stopped for long there even before. I can name it all the way back to Cecil Collins or quarterback. LSU has consistently always had good running back.
Yeah.
Maybe some of them might play in the NFL, but they've always taken running back. Corners, I can name corners all the way back in Saban's era.
Yeah.
LSU has consistently had DBUs and safeties. We always recruited them really, really well.
Yeah, and I'm gonna put the Nick Saban hat on right now, and that's a good point. DBU really goes back to Nick Saban starting with Damian James and Corey Webster.
Yep.
As a matter of fact, because Corey Webster, he did make it to the Pro Bowl, but he did have a longevity in the NFL. Damian James, he made it to the Pro Bowl. Matter of fact, Damian James led the league NFL in interceptions one year. So give credit to Nick Saban for that. He did start development of cornerbacks.
And look, you're right on this about the people who beat Alabama over the years under Saban. Remember, we had a big-time quarterback, a semi-big-time quarterback a couple years back with the guy that transferred in, and we threw the ball a ton against Alabama that year, and we beat them. And so, that's how you beat Alabama right now. You throw against them, and that's how, that's the thing that he didn't get all the time. Didn't want to play Alabama. You got to throw the ball against Alabama. Alabama can stop the run all night long. Hold up. Last time we beat Alabama was in 2011. The last quarterback that threw the ball over the top on them was Pittsburgh. And we That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
So let me just make this okay. So let me ask you this, and this question just came to my head. Let's say the roles has switched. Let's say Nick Saban coached at LSU while Les Miles coached at Alabama. Does LSU still beat Alabama? I mean, does Alabama still beat LSU 7 years in a row?
LSU have been tapping Miles' ass every year. I don't disagree with that because remember who was there before Saban and who was there before that. I mean, they just come off of poor coaching and being on probation.
TJ, what'd you say, TJ?
I don't like Alabama, man. I don't think Alabama is that good.
Yeah.
I'm not going to overlook what they've done. Alabama has a lot of help, man. When you're playing Alabama, you're playing Alabama and Birmingham. There's two different groups you got to beat in order to beat them.
Yeah, that's the truth.
Believe me, Mr. Peterson picked that ball off against Julio Jones.
Yeah, Trail, what's up? Go for it.
And I right about it. I mean, I'm with him. LSU is not. I'm telling y'all, LSU is not the Alabama shit. Man, we got to beat him this year with Coach Orgeron. Coach O beat him. If we would have had a piece of offense last year, man,
Yeah.
Cleveland dynasty would have
The only thing hurt this year is we don't have that depth like people keep on claiming we do. Like they keep saying we got this depth, or we got, man, we do not have those receivers at LSU we got right now. That's probably one of the weakest classes of freshman receiver we ever had. You know, they talking about the cornerbacks at LSU. I only can say one that's probably checkable, that can really shut down somebody. That defensive line and linebacker is the weakest LSU ever had at the position right now. You look at everything on that team of LSU right now, they only have one bright spot, and that's running back. Other than that, we can deal ourselves because we fans, but I'm one of those guys, I keep it real. LSU, this got to be one of the weakest teams they ever had in a long time. They're not beating Alabama with that.
I think you're basing that off of transfers, man.
No.
Transfers. We
always remember a lot of good guys remember.
How you going to say it's the weakest team when we still got a 5-star defensive lineman that's going to be a defensive tackle, Rashad Lawrence from Neville?
You don't have any
who is
leaders.
going to start?
But you don't have any leaders, and that plays a big part with LSU. You don't have that leader this year.
The decisions at quarterback have been for LSU. Our former offensive coordinator, the last one we had under him, didn't like the quarterback. The guy he liked was McMillan. You know, the guy he was high on was McMillan, but Miles wouldn't play the guy.
Right. They couldn't even get that offense together. And we know they just installing that stuff, but they wasn't even happy with this. They wasn't even happy with this team. Let's just be real now. They're not happy right now what's going on. They're going to say what they need to say in the media. But right now, LSU is, as coaches, them guys are they're not happy what's going on right now with those players.
Wow.
They do not have those players who was down there get in your face. You know, we lost those players. You got a whole new voice of guys that's trying to develop to be leaders at LSU. They are not fit to be leaders. Arden Key, we're going to call him a leader. I mean, come on, look, there's guys, we're going to call him a leader. Some guys is not just, they don't fit that forte. And we got this year, I hear this every year. I actually hear this every year. They say it every year because it's this nervous anxiety that LSU fans get at the beginning of every year, and then you're ignoring the fact that we don't even have to leave this state to stock up on them. But
we don't need to go to Florida. We don't need to go to Florida to get another football player.
But the thing is, your players are not
because that's where we're getting all these transfers from. We keep going to Florida, getting these kids out of IMG. We need to stop that, man. That is a flawed system that started 6 years ago, and that really started the demise of LSU because we started getting all these. I agree with you. But
Okay, Jared, go for it.
LSU right now. They don't want to stay in Louisiana.
Go ahead, Jared.
Google it, search it. Half of LSU's corners and safeties that have thrived in the NFL, half of them have came out of Florida. So I don't want to hear all that. All the best talents right here in Louisiana at safety corner, because it's not.
What?
Florida spits out some of the best corners and safeties year in and year out that state alone.
Wait a minute now, Jared. Hold on now, Jared. Okay, I can name Patrick Peterson. He's from Florida. I can't think of nobody else that's in the NFL from Florida that came from LSU. Not offhand. Oh, okay. You're talking about NFL as a whole, not just corners from LSU. Yeah.
Don't go to the league. I mean, we're an NFL machine. Look at the receivers in LSU.
The only position we're wrong at that is the offensive line. That's it. As far as
we had the best offensive line the last year in LSU.
Yeah.
Teams are going to go through years like that when you got a lot of players that leave. Malachi should have stayed. Maybe someone should have been voting in here to stay. We can't control that. We can't control getting these guys to stay.
Okay. All right, Cheryl, you were saying something. What were you saying? Cheryl, what were you saying?
What I'm saying is that when you look at LSU, I mean, just because of LSU, they gonna be players in the draft. They didn't even get on the football field within the NFL. That made it to the NFL. Guys that didn't even see the football field. So that's so overrated for me. They got guys that did not even play on the football field for LSU made it to the level. That's overrated to me. What I'm saying is that you gotta. I'm not one of the only guys last year and year before that when they kept blowing our heads. Oh, we got that best offensive. No, we didn't. We just had good running backs. That offensive line was garbage. It was
wow.
And it showed because look at our quarterbacks. They couldn't even stay in the pocket long. So that part was overrated. That's what I'm saying. And most of the I would say, well, it's the beginning, so, camp. So no, you're hell. Your team's gonna be good in that.
TJ, go for it.
If you guys know Buddy Sunday, I got my name from this. I was crazy. I was smoking crack and everything. I went to the preseason games for New Orleans Saints 2009. And Buddy Sunday would tell you I was the only one in Louisiana that year in the preseason and actually predicted the record and told them Saints winning the Super Bowl this year. I wouldn't see them for a. That's not the same team from last year. In that first game against Detroit, they slaughtered them. But look, you could tell from the preseason or the training camp, those games matter. Them scrimmages matter, and you could tell what your team gonna be like. That stuff really matters.
All right, TJ, go for it.
Last year, what was going to happen, and look what happened to him. So.
Okay. All right, TJ, go for it.
I don't know, man, because if you look at who would have thought we would have lost to Wisconsin?
Yeah, I was totally shocked by that. Yeah.
We were loaded. I mean, we looked good, and and that's why I tell people all the time, man. The football field is the lie detector test. You can't go by hype videos. You can't go by a lot of these different things that are going on during control practices. It's what kind of nerves these players have when they get on the field. We saw Brandon Harris, man. Brandon Harris has all of the attributes, right? But we had a coaching situation that wasn't training this young man and putting him in a position to fail. So the reason why I think that LSU could be one of the better years is because I think it's 60% coaching.
Okay.
When you look at when Coach Ogeron took over from Les Miles, man, I was in every game. I traveled with that team everywhere they went. They had more pop, they had more emotion, they had more excitement. The problem with LSU this year, brother, and this is where I would give it, we shouldn't have never fired Damian Craig and Jabbar Jalou. I agree. We should have left those brothers in place, man, and build some stability. But we fired them the day after signing day, right? So you had 3 catastrophic things happen to LSU. Damian Craig gone, okay? That's your hope of getting wide receivers together, okay? Then you get rid of Jabbar Jalou. That's your pipeline to New Orleans and St. Aug. He's a St. Aug legend. He coached at Nacar. So immediately once you fire those two, you get that big controversy that breaks out in the news that the coaches in New Orleans are boycotting LSU, right? And you lose Coach
All right, okay.
You lose Frank Wilson to UTSA. How do you let Frank Wilson go to UTSA? And this is the 5-star whisperer. He can go to any living room and come on with any player.
All right.
That's what happened to him.
All right, Jared, go for it, Jared.
Me and you had a long conversation. We talked about this privately. We were talking about the whole issue of you don't get rid of Daniel Craig and the other guy, the one that had the time to one. He brought in 2 guys. And one of them was one of the top recruiters in the nation. And he's one of the top wide receiver coaches in the nation. Then another guy he brought in, the running back coach. He's not only a good recruiter, he has a lot of ties to the New Orleans area.
Yeah.
The situation shut up. They got quiet. There was no issue. It wasn't nothing against them two. It was a business. It's just like the NFL, just like a...
Okay. Mike, go for it.
We're going to bring in the people we think stand for our business,
Yeah. All right, Mike, go for it.
Right. else to think about in terms of going against a former coach here. The guy we got now has championship pedigree. He has a guy, Coach O. He's got championships from Miami. He's got championships from USC. Now, as assistant coaches, yes, but he's got those championships. You can't take that away from him. And it's likely that he's going to win one here, in my mind.
Yeah.
But if Les Miles had stayed, it's probably less likely that he would have won another one here because of his deficiencies.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah. Hey, all of y'all got good points. So you know what? I think we'll probably all get together again, maybe like the Friday before LSU starts, and let's talk about the future of what we think LSU is going to do in the season. So that's another show for later on today. But man, I didn't even realize it's been over an hour. So let me ask y'all this: has anybody changed their mind as far as who was the better coach at LSU? Nope. Everybody's still the same.
Nick Saban ain't that good, man. And my brother that's on the phone, I'm telling you, brother, Nick Saban is not that good, man.
Yeah.
He's overrated, and you will see it this year.
All right.
He will get exposed. The only thing that saved Nick Saban was Lane Kiffin.
All right, Jared, final word.
This year, number one. He brought in David Adams, the real deal defense coordinator. The only missing piece of this puzzle, the only shoe they needed, was an offensive coordinator and a coach. They stayed out of his business and let him do his job. Hey, on another note, I invited Les Miles on a cruise with me, but I bought my center blocks and chain with me.
All right, Mike, final word.
Yeah, like I said, I think that it's likely that Coach O is going to win one at some point, but Les Miles probably would have, and I mean, the proof is in the pudding. Has Les Miles got another job? Will he get another job?
Probably not, because if Houston didn't want him. Oh gosh. Well, I tell you what, guys, it's really been fun. I appreciate all of y'all joining me, and it's really been fun. It was just as good as I expected. So I guess by me, I had to play mediator. Jared, I love you like a play cousin. I love you to death, but here's my take. Les Miles, and hold on, Jared. Let me just go and finish out. I gave y'all chance to talk, so let me have my chance to talk. You know what? I've said it on my show before, and I've said it to numerous people over and over and over again. If Les Miles would have been willing to adapt his offense, he would have been the perfect coach. I'm going to tell you why. He can recruit. The players love playing for him. If you've ever heard his pregame speech while in the locker room to get him pumped up, it makes you get pumped up. He knows how to hire assistants, defensive assistants. Parents loved him, and hold on, let me just get my final word. And here's the thing, and when you look at, he sends players to the NFL, he gets players NFL ready. Only thing I have against Les Miles is that he wouldn't change his freaking offense. If he would have done that, he would have been the perfect coach. Because you know what? If I'm a high school recruit coming out of high school, you know what I want? I want to go to a quality school. LSU is that, to get a good education. LSU is that. I want a coach who's going to give me NFL ready. Proven track record. Les Miles done that. I want somebody who's a father figure. Les Miles will pull you to the side. He might scream at you sometimes, or he might put his arm around you and comfort you. Nick Saban will yell in your face. Second of all, I want a chance to win a national championship. Now, that's the only thing Les Miles couldn't offer me because he wouldn't change that freaking offense. Now, Nick Saban, he like TJ said, Nick Saban, he was willing to change his offense. Sumlin at Texas A&M, Ole Miss, all these teams that ran that spread option, they was kicking his tail. Ohio State, where they had the offensive coordinator went to Texas, they kicked his tail in the playoffs. So you know what Nick Saban did? He went and hired Lane Kiffin. He said, you know what? If I can't beat him, I might as well join him. He hired Lane Kiffin. Lane Kiffin did wonders for that offense. That's the only thing I give Nick Saban. To me, and I'm just going to say it like this, and Jared, I love you to death. I love you. You're one of my most favorite people in the whole wide world. But I have got to say, agree with TJ, Nick Saban is the most overrated coach in the college football. And I'm going to tell you why. Facts, well, it's not really facts, but it's obvious. You go from Michigan State, mediocre records. You come to LSU. You only had 2 double-digit win seasons. You only win 1 national championship. Then you go to the NFL. You get pimp slapped all around in Miami, and you had to come back to college football. You come to Alabama. You had your first season, I think, 8, 9 wins, and it's all of a sudden funny that you start pulling off consecutive 10-win, double-digit win season and winning championships in the same state that has the SEC headquarters. We all know Alabama cheats. We all know that's the reason Nick Saban is successful at Alabama. I really do feel like if Nick Saban had stayed at LSU, LSU would have reached a plateau and probably would have went downhill because LSU is not going to get the support from the referees and the SEC coach's office like Alabama does. That's why I think Nick Saban is the most overrated coach. I think Les Miles, yes, he won a lot of games. He beaten pretty much everybody until the tail end of his career. The only reason he didn't beat those teams was because he couldn't change. He didn't want to change their offense. So I love you, Jared, but I got to go with Les Miles. Now, not saying Nick Saban didn't do great things for LSU. Like I said earlier in the show, one thing Nick Saban did do, he reestablished the LSU brand. Let's be realistic here. The early 90s, mid 90s, late 90s. Well, I barely remember LSU in the 80s because I was a little kid. LSU wasn't the brand like they was now. Nick Saban came in. He won that national championship. They became a brand again. Les Miles came in. He kind of continued the brand because he came in. He had consecutive double-digit win seasons, and he won that national championship. So he did continue the brand. It's just that ever since 2011, Les Miles was starting to make LSU brand go down because he was suffering a lot of embarrassing losses and a whole lot of just coaching blunders that the media was able to exploit. So I have to overall I have to go with Les Miles. That's my final take.
Man, I think if Saban would have stayed at LSU, man, I run out of places in my life to put out a little manager from Saban. And I'd be like, who's that, man? Who's that? Who's next? Look, Les Miles couldn't do that. Saban could. And I don't think there was any cheating going on because the media or the SEC senators and Alabama, I believe in all that.
Wait, hold on, Jared. Let me stop you, sir. Wait, hold on, Jared. You mean to tell me you don't think there's no cheating going on in Alabama?
No.
Oh my God, Jared, me and you finna have a conversation off air, man. We finna have a conversation off the air. There is no way in the world, when you look at all the holding penalties LSU, TJ, I've been watching your videos online about the holding penalties, a lot of stuff that Alabama gets away with on the field, and how players are getting off with criminal charges and stuff like that. There is no way in Hades that there is not no cheating going on in Alabama. Come on, Jared.
He's not influenced players. I agree with that. I said that earlier. I don't like the way Saban don't influence players like he's supposed to. I agree with that. But cheating? No, I'm not going to do
Jared,
that.
Jared, look at the game. Look at the LSU Alabama games. 2 years ago? The phantom personal foul call when we was down at the goal line. We were about to go in and score the game-winning touchdown. All the holding, pass interference, those corners. There's a reason why Alabama players do not succeed in the NFL, because they are used to the referees cheating for them. They don't develop greatness. They go to the NFL where the referees will not cheat for them, and they are garbage in the NFL.
Go look at the national championship game, right?
Talking about the 2011 one?
That boy Reuben Foster had been running downfield his whole career, man, leading with the crown of his helmet. Right? Not just a big old fight with Alabama people. Because I kept screaming at them saying, that is leading with the crown of the helmet.
Yeah.
Leading with the crown of the helmet. They said, no, when he put that hit on Speedy Nose.
Yeah.
Right? When that dude put that hit on Speedy Nose against Texas A&M, that was Foster. That was the other guy. And they would not call on that, but on the next possession, they kicked Texas A&M player out the game for the
Sure did. Same exact thing.
Hit.
Jared, what you were saying, Jared? Wow.
We got beat up like I ain't never seen a team beat LSU before. They beat us to a pulp. I hate watching that game again because it reminds me how much I want to kick Miles' teeth in for not adjusting the game plan.
Yeah.
Every time we go run a ball or do that pitch out with Jefferson, they knew every time. They was waiting on it.
Yeah, Mike. All right, so I'm about to run. I'm like over my time limit, y'all. So Mike, let me give you the last word, man. So that's Alabama cheat. Mike, is Mike still there? Okay, Mike must have left. So yeah, that's my final word. I gotta give it to Les Miles. I just think Nick Saban is very overrated, but you know what? Hey, everybody's watching the show. And I'm pretty sure me, TJ, Trail, Mike, and Jared, we're going to have this debate over and over and over again, but, hey, it is what it is. We're the bottom line, we're all LSU Tigers. We love to cheer for our team. So, hey, yes, sir, go Tigers. So I want to thank LSU. I want to thank TJ, LSU Dad. Thank you, Jared. Thank you, Mike from Plaquemine. Thank you, Trail Hatch, a.k.a. Victory. Thank you all for joining me on the show, man. It's been real, and I appreciate it, y'all. So, I tell you what, we got about 18 more days. 18 more days, bro, until we get ready to, yeah, exactly. So, we got 18 more days until we start hearing this right here. We got 18 more days. Yeah, I had my sound off. I forgot. Hey, 18 more days till we hear this band fire up this song right here. Yes, sir. I'm ready for it. I am ready for it. Boy, this puts chills down my spine. Yes, sir. Hey, I want to thank everybody for watching the Sports Den Show. I am your host, David King. Hey, you don't get this on ESPN, a.k.a. the Extra Stupid People Network. You don't get this on the NFL channel, a.k.a. the Neanderthal Football League channel. You don't get to hear about the Pelicans on the National Basketball Association channel. I am your host, David King. We do this every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. Hey, this is your show for LSU, for New Orleans Saints, for New Orleans Pelicans, and all of you that sports. I hope everybody have a good evening. Get plenty of rest. Tomorrow is Pump Day. Have a great evening, and thank you for watching the show. And I'm out. I gotta do a little dance, y'all. I love dance. Do my little dance, y'all.
I'm like, how look, what it do, that dude in the van in the bottom of the U. Without attitude, I'm at fall fence and pair attitude. Nah, they don't wanna be LSU, man. Don't even try to bring it to the LSU band. 325 deep, to correct your brain. Ask any type of fan, they the better pregame. LSU, the best in the SEC West, plus Cali. Call Reggie Bush, cause I know that dude don't wanna see us in the valley. Nah.
And you don't want no trouble. And you don't want no trouble. And you don't want no trouble.
The LSU ball.
Say you don't want no trouble. And you don't want no trouble. And you don't want no trouble.
The LSU girl.
Say you don't want no trouble.